For centuries, humans and animals lived in a delicate balance. Early humans were hunters and gatherers. They relied on nature for sustenance. Over time, they learned to domesticate animals. This marked the beginning of animal husbandry. Animals provided meat, milk, and hides. They also helped with labor. Farming practices were simple. Animals grazed on open pastures. They lived in harmony with their surroundings. This ensured a sustainable food supply for small communities. These traditional methods had minimal impact on the environment. Waste from animals fertilized the land naturally. The scale of farming was small. This limited the potential for environmental damage. However, as populations grew, so did the demand for food. This set the stage for a new era in agriculture. The 18th century brought significant changes to farming practices. The agricultural revolution swept through Europe and North America. New technologies emerged. Farmers embraced innovations like the seed drill and the plow. Crop rotation became a common practice. These advancements increased crop yields. This led to a surplus of food. The increased food supply had a direct impact on livestock farming. Farmers could now raise more animals. They had enough food to feed them. This led to the expansion of livestock production. Farmers began to selectively breed animals. They sought desirable traits like increased meat or milk production. This marked a shift towards intensification. The 19th and 20th centuries witnessed the industrialization of agriculture. Mechanization played a key role in this transformation. Tractors and other machinery replaced manual labor. This allowed farmers to cultivate larger areas of land. Scientific advancements further fueled the growth of intensive farming. The discovery of vitamins and antibiotics revolutionized animal health. Farmers could now raise animals in closer confinement. The use of antibiotics prevented the spread of diseases. This maximized profits. However, it also raised concerns about antibiotic resistance. The concept of the factory farm emerged. Animals were no longer raised in open pastures. They were confined to cramped indoor spaces. This maximized efficiency. This new system prioritized production over animal welfare. The intensification of livestock farming had unintended consequences. The environmental impact of factory farms became a major concern. Large-scale livestock operations generate significant amounts of waste. Animal manure releases harmful gases into the atmosphere. These gases, such as methane and ammonia, contribute to climate change and air pollution. The production of animal feed also takes a toll on the environment. Vast tracts of land are cleared for crops, like soy and corn. This deforestation leads to habitat loss and a decline in biodiversity. The use of pesticides and fertilizers further pollutes the environment. These chemicals contaminate water sources and harm wildlife. Section 5. Ethical concerns. The plight of animals. Intensive livestock farming raises, serious ethical questions. Animals in factory farms are often subjected to inhumane conditions. They are confined to small spaces, denying them the freedom to move and engage in natural behaviors. This confinement leads to stress, injuries, and diseases. Selective breeding has resulted in animals with genetic modifications. These modifications prioritize productivity over animal welfare. Chickens, for example, are bred to grow so large that they often suffer from leg problems. The use of hormones and antibiotics further compromises animal health. Consumers are becoming increasingly aware of these issues. This has led to a growing demand for more humane farming practices. Section 6. Social impacts and shifting perceptions. The rise of intensive livestock farming has also had social implications. The demand for cheap meat has led to the exploitation of workers. Many work in dangerous conditions for low wages. The globalization of the food system has created an uneven playing field. Small farmers struggle to compete with large corporations. This has led to the decline of rural communities. Consumers are becoming more conscious of the origins of their food. They are demanding transparency and traceability. Documentaries and media exposés have brought the realities of factory farming to light. This has prompted a shift in consumer perceptions. People are beginning to question the ethics of intensive livestock farming. This has led to the rise of alternative food movements. Section 7. A growing chorus of criticism. The criticisms against intensive livestock farming are mounting. Environmental organizations highlight the industry's contribution to climate change and pollution. Animal welfare advocates expose the cruel treatment of animals in factory farms. Public health experts raise concerns about the link between meat consumption and chronic diseases. These criticisms have prompted calls for change. Consumers are demanding more sustainable and ethical food choices. Policymakers are facing pressure to regulate the industry more strictly. The food industry is responding to these demands, albeit slowly. There is a growing recognition that the current system is unsustainable. Section 8. Greener pastures. Exploring alternatives. The search for alternatives to intensive livestock farming is gaining momentum. Organic farming offers a more sustainable approach. It emphasizes natural methods, animal welfare, and environmental protection. Regenerative agriculture goes a step further. It focuses on restoring soil health, increasing biodiversity, and sequestering carbon. Plant-based meat alternatives are becoming increasingly popular. These products offer a convincing alternative to conventional meat. They are made from plant-based ingredients like soy, peas, and wheat gluten. Lab-grown meat is another promising innovation. It involves culturing meat cells in a laboratory setting. This eliminates the need for animal slaughter and reduces the environmental impact. Section 9. The future of food. A call for sustainability. The future of food production depends on our ability to create a more sustainable system. Intensive livestock farming in its current form is not sustainable. It has devastating consequences for the environment, animal welfare, and human health. We need to reduce our reliance on factory farms and embrace more humane and sustainable practices. This requires a multifaceted approach. Consumers need to make conscious choices about the food they eat. Policymakers need to implement stricter regulations and support sustainable agriculture. The food industry needs to invest in research and innovation. By working together, we can create a food system that nourishes both people and the planet.